Sound of water. The plump fish meat is crisp and refreshing with every bite. Just as the otter is enjoying its meal, as they were enjoying their meal, the smell of blood in the air caught the attention of the crocodile. The voracious otter, oblivious to the impending danger, was still eating voraciously. Just as the crocodile was about to, just as they were about to launch their attack, little did they know that the mantis stalks the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind. Tense music. Crocodile roar. Sound of attack, sound of water. A 6-month-long rainstorm has made the Pantanal wet. The area is once again experiencing peak food season. Jaguars that haven't eaten for several days. It desperately needs a food supply. Also a large feline, its bite force is 1.3 times that of a Siberian tiger. One bite can kill 1,400 kilograms. With a strength of 170 pounds, it ranks first among felines. When hungry, jaguars eat almost anything. Sound of water. The robust anaconda is known as the apex predator of the water, but even it succumbs when faced with a jaguar. They had no choice but to surrender, just as the jaguar began to enjoy it. Animal sounds. Tense music, sound of water. The prize that was within reach slipped away, and the jaguar was instantly enraged. Burning, the shark stared intently at the capybara's face. The capybara only needed to stand on the shore. It can then endlessly mock the jaguar. Sound of water, but can swim. It's not the only one. Water sound, as a super large. The capybara, also known as the number 120 rat, can weigh up to 120 pounds, which is equivalent to the weight of an average person. As herbivores, capybaras weigh up to amount missing per day. It needs to eat at least 20 kilograms of aquatic plants, and its teeth, only 8 centimeters long, will remain so for life. Growth requires constant biting and polishing to prevent teeth from breaking down. It's growing wildly and deformed. If left unchecked, the entire Pantanal, they devour all the aquatic plants in the wetlands. But capybaras, the gorilla is extremely docile, a universally acknowledged good-natured creature in the wetlands, even when birds are present. If they land on you, they won't shoo you away maliciously. Capybaras walk. It will startle insects in the grass, and birds can follow it all the way. They can eat their fill. But as payment, the birds have to give the capybaras. We offer massage services and help remove skin fleas that are difficult to reach. Tense music. Jaguars are almost silent when they ambush, even when alert. Capybaras are extremely terrified and sometimes difficult to detect. To successfully capture one, it must be at least 2 meters away from the capybara. Tense music. Capybara call. By carrying birds on their backs, they can always catch the jaguar before it launches a surprise attack. Signal to capybaras promptly. Tense music, capybara call, the seemingly clumsy water. Dolphins become incredibly agile underwater, but even when they reach water is not entirely safe either. Jaguars are the best swimmers among cats. Capybaras are animals of the family Capybara, but they also possess a skill that even jaguars can only dream of. The enormous insect-catching furnace, resembling a propeller, allows it to quickly escape from the jaguar. They were being hunted down. The depletion of wetlands has left the jaguar starving. By now, it has. It had not eaten for 7 consecutive days. To fill its stomach, it had no choice but to return to the jungle. Within its territory lies a salt-rich area, a geomantically auspicious place, where herbivores feed on the tender leaves of grass and plants. To defend against toxins that decompose tannins and alkaloids, saline alkali land, salt water can absorb toxins like activated charcoal. Spider monkey. It only climbs down the tree once every 7 days, fully aware of the risks involved. Behind every shadow, a hungry jaguar may be lurking. But, driven by its craving for salt, it had to take a risk. Tense music. This behavior is akin to licking blood from a knife's edge. Any mistake could be fatal. He died on the spot. Tense music. Sound of a spider monkey. Fortunately, it was just a false alarm. The clever spider monkey simply packed up the salt soil. Take it with you. Salt blocks are definitely a form of hard currency in the jungle. With it, this will attract more members of the opposite sex. Tense music, spider monkey calls. Wild boars also need salt intake. They entered completely unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. Just as the jaguar was about to launch its attack. Tense music. Wild boar call. As the jungle overlord of the wetlands, it is often toyed with by small animals. Between them, to find food, the jaguar had to attempt a risky hunting methods. Paraguayan caimans can reach 2 meters in length and have 74 units of measurement missing. It has teeth as sharp as daggers, and its entire body is covered with a layer of hard armor. Also a swamp apex predator, the caiman. They kill jaguars with their powerful bites, and conversely, it can provide a week's worth of food for a jaguar. Tense music, crocodile roar, jaguar bite. The muscles cover almost 60% of the head area, with an extremely strong bite. With their combined strength and massive canines, they are in no way inferior to caimans. As cold-blooded animals, crocodiles need sunlight to regulate their body temperature. This is the perfect time for a jaguar ambush. Machine. Tense music, just as the jaguar slowly. As they drew closer, an even stronger caiman seemed to smell the prey as well. The taste of the prey. The hunter often appears as the prey, but the prey. They are often outmaneuvered and killed by hunters in a last-minute comeback. Tense music. This was a close-quarters fight, and neither side had any way out. A jaguar's retractable claws can easily pierce a caiman's armor. Once the opportunity arises, the jaguar will unleash its ultimate killing move. In the water, the jaguar has no advantage. The death of the caiman. A roll allows it to break free from the claws. Underwater visibility, extremely low, so another of the jaguar's superpowers came in handy. The sentence fragment appears to be incomplete and lacks context. It's unclear what means in this context. The 24 whiskers, as fine as steel wire, are extremely sensitive. Only the slightest touch is needed. By touching it, one can accurately find the prey's fatal weakness. The back of the skull is the weakest point in a caiman's body, jaguar. Its powerful bite force can easily penetrate a crocodile's skull, instantly destroying it. It damages the brain and central nervous system, instantly rendering the prey unable to resist. Jaguars rarely hunt caimans larger than themselves. However, the reward for a successful hunt is quite substantial. Crocodile meat is an excellent source of protein. It has a firm texture and is almost entirely free of fibrous material. While it may not be as succulent and juicy as a capybara, it is at least. It can relieve hunger. After a good meal, the jaguar begins marking its territory. The smell of its urine will. Attracting the attention of male jaguars is something that males find irresistible. Taste. Once both sides agree, the male will mate frequently. It needs to make sure it's the child's father. But the smell of hormones will absorb. This will attract a large number of competitors. This struggle for mates will be devastating. Fate. The intense slapping and frenzied biting could very well lead to a fight between the two sides. This body is severely injured. Generally, the weaker party will stop short of defeat. In this hot and bacteria-laden water, exposed wounds, once, infection can indirectly lead to death. The mating process will last for 2 weeks. In order to maximize the chances of success, to increase their chances of conception, male jaguars mate with females daily, more than 100 times. The male will only leave satisfied after the female is fully pregnant, but It would never take on the task of raising children. Female jaguars typically give birth to 1 to 4 cubs. It all depends on the amount of food. However, once food runs out, if a jaguar determines it cannot raise its cubs, it will terminate its pregnancy prematurely. The embryo is absorbed during pregnancy to replenish its own nutrition. After a 100-day gestation period, the jaguar successfully gave birth to 2 cubs. Without the protection of a male, female jaguars have a hard time roaming alone, raising its cubs. During this time, it not only needs to go out to forage for food to replenish its energy, in addition to the quantity, they also had to guard against attacks from anacondas and caimans. A nursing jaguar's need for food becomes increasingly strong. It needs at least amount missing per day. You need to eat 20 pounds of meat to keep your body functioning. A precise headshot instantly incapacitated the caiman. Its powerful bite. Together, they bit through the skull, shattering the brain. The caiman, despite its powerful willpower and attempts to break free, the jaguar killed its prey instantly. By pinning it underwater, the caiman's central nervous system was damaged, and the caiman lost having the ability to hold its breath. It will eventually be drowned by the jaguar in the water. Every year from May to June, the Pantanal wetlands officially enter their dry season. The scorching sun caused the river water to evaporate rapidly, shrinking the water surface. This means that living space has been severely compressed. The reduction in water resources, caimans gather in large numbers for their annual mating festival. This marks the beginning of the event. The male crocodile raised its head and emitted low-frequency infrasound waves from its throat. Such a low growl is inaudible to the human ear. The height of the splash. This reflects the crocodile's health condition. It slams its head into the water. This is done to attract the attention of the opposite sex. Once a female has chosen a mate, she will climb onto the male's back. They will make a final test. Once the relationship is established, they will then switch positions and complete an epic mating. The small pond was teeming with crocodiles. Even the hungriest jaguar wouldn't. They dared to launch a rash attack. At this time of year, the giant otters, which rely on fish for food, enter their peak season. The shrinking water surface forces fish to congregate, greatly increasing the chances of otters. The hunting success rate. The giant otter is the largest mustelid in the world. An adult otter is 1.8 meters long and weighs a full 6 kilograms, 10 pounds. It is a distant relative of the wolverine. An adult otter weighs. Each day, a person consumes about 20% of their own food. Even jaguars rarely venture into their territory. When food is plentiful, they will dig burrows and build nests on exposed riverbanks. Giant otters can give birth to 2 to 3 pups at a time. It weighs only about half a pound, about the same size as a small hamster. When they reach 2 months old, the cubs will try going into the water with their mothers. What's puzzling is that, although otters are aquatic animals, their pups hatch. However, she couldn't swim. During the learning process, her mother had to be present. They need to be supervised closely, otherwise the little one could be at risk of drowning at any time. Sound of water. For a caiman, this is undoubtedly a delicious creamy egg dish. Cake. As family-oriented social animals, these grumpy little guys have different personalities. Even the fierce and powerful caiman can only be beaten in their presence. A portion. Sound of water. The commotion on the water's surface attracted the attention of the female jaguar. Animal sounds. This ingrained bloodline suppression left the caiman with no chance to retaliate. Meeting. Animal sounds. With the caiman providing energy, the jaguar survived for the next 2 weeks. They no longer need to worry about food. During the fight, one of the baby otters was injured in the leg, and the jaguar also discovered the den, which was particularly distressing for the injured cubs. That was undoubtedly fatal. The scorching sun evaporated most of it. Water sources are the first to be affected, especially for capybaras. They've lost their means of survival. Aquatic plants, they are constantly hungry. Capybaras prefer to live in mud. He rummaged through the mud for dry water plants, unwilling to go ashore and face the jaguar. The threat, sound of water, the shelter of deep water has been lost. Even if a caiman is starving, it wouldn't dare to attack an adult capybara. Hands. For caimans, an injury in the wild is tantamount to a slow death. They would never engage in a deal that results in the loss of 800 of their own while killing 1,000 of their enemies. As the cubs grow, their appetite becomes astonishing. Each cub needs to eat at least 8 pounds of meat every day, which also means that leopards, mothers need to constantly find food for their children. The pool teeming with crocodiles made it impossible for the jaguar to attack. It could only keep its eyes fixed on them. Light transfer to otters. Body. Superior. Animal sounds. To protect their cubs, the adult otters rushed forward to fight off the enemy. Underwater, the jaguar has almost no chance of winning. If it attacks rashly, he might drown in the otter. Animal sounds. The Pantanal wetlands are drying up at a visible rate, that is, the stranded fish are suffering terribly, but for those who feed on fish. For birds, this is undoubtedly a bountiful harvest season. Thunder. After a 5-month drought, the parched land finally received rain. Rain. Sound of rain, once upon a time. The dried-up riverbed has once again become a vast ocean, a cycle of life. It's reopened. The rampant species have been dealt with. Those that died due to drought. The caiman carcass continues to serve its purpose. Nature is like a silent creator will not allow any species to remain forever strong. It will continue to grow. Only through mutual reliance and checks and balances can we keep the wetlands dry. Life on the land blossoms in all its glory. End credits music.